Good morning. I'm sitting here having my coffee, protein, collagen drink before I get off to work, and I'm reading the Word. And I decided to go back into number 2 of the 4 benefits of having fear of God in your lives. And the number 2 one is very, very simple. If you choose first to let Him teach you, then the next thing that's going to happen is so encouraging. In Psalms 145, verses 19, it says very clearly, He will fulfill the desire of those who fear Him. Remember, the first one is we need to let Him teach us. And the second one is if we'll do it, He's going to fulfill the desire in your hearts. Now, that might be something different for each one of us, but here's the promise in that. The second part of that verse, 145 of Psalms 19, says, He also will hear their cry and save them. That is so sweet, because the first thing that came to mind this morning was when my children, who are now old, when they were babies, we were teaching them that cry it out method at a few times, because it just takes a few times and then they'll go to sleep because they're tired and they don't know why they're even crying. Don't judge me. I did use the method a little bit, and they survived. But with God, I can't think like Him. I'm not a parent like Him. He is a God of love, and He does discipline, but He does things differently than I do. And I'm over here pondering out loud. Let me get back to my point. What was my point? Oh, the cried out method. So I let my kids cry, but there were times when I just wanted to go and pick them up and let them know that I love them and that I'm here for them and I have not abandoned them. And I did. And so the thought comes to my mind is when it says, He also will hear their cry and save them. That's those who fear Him. That's not everybody. That's not the one who says, I want to live my life the way I want to, and now I'm going to go to church, or I'm going to go open my Bible, or I'm going to have prayer. That's not the same kind of kids. I'm sorry. But if you want to go live the way that you want to live, you go do that. You go do whatever you want to do. He still loves you. But there's no fear there of Him. There's no respect for Him, because you've decided, I'm going to do what I want to do. And He gives you free will and free choice. You first have to show up to class. You've got to ask Him to teach you. And the next benefit to doing that is that He will hear you and He will save you. That's what the Word says this morning. So in thinking on that, it really makes me realize that, we only get the benefit of the work that we put in. So you have to show up in order to get that benefit. And I want that benefit, and I want you to have that benefit. So, let's be prayerful about that. Let's ask Him to show us how to show up daily, and how to submit ourselves to the respect that He deserves. Because we want to grow like we train our children. We want them to grow to be contributors to society. Well, we want to grow to be contributors to God's kingdom. It's the same thing, guys. All right, in closing, nature and revelation alike testify of God's love. Our Father in heaven is the source of life, of wisdom, of joy. Look at the wonderful and beautiful things of nature. Think of their marvelous adaptation to the needs and the happiness, not only of man, but of all living creatures. The sunshine, the rain that gladden and refresh the earth, the hills and the seas and the plains, they all speak to us of God's love. So true. So true. All we have to do is look at His gracious works in this world. He did that. And he wants to take care of us today. So why don't we just step out of the way and let him? I pray that you guys who are hearing this, that you will benefit from its message and that it will drive you to the Word of God, that it will accentuate something in your life that you're missing. That's why I'm doing this. I'm sharing just maybe for accountability reasons, and maybe just because I feel like I'm not doing enough sometimes to spread His Word. But right now, I need to end this video and I need to go do some work behind the chair. So y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.